How you doing? My name's Anthony, and this is why I left the Jehovah's Witnesses. I never thought I'd be saying to myself that I'm leaving, and I did. It's funny, as a Jehovah's Witness, the interactions you have amongst the friends, because you don't really get that overtone of nothing's bad going on. But it is. I literally been out for about maybe 2 months now, when I actually submitted my letter to the Emerson congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses. I want to thank so many of the people that have posted videos like this. I'm not a big poster of video. I never have. You see the sweat come down now. I just ran 2 miles. And I've been pondering on doing this for so long that I wanted to be clean and elegant about it, but the truth's the truth. And that is not truth. And I know that seems awkward. I never thought in a million years I'd be saying such a thing. I was a die-hard Jehovah's Witness. I found out about it early 2000s. My dad was a Jehovah's Witness. I never really knew that he was. But when I ran across it through a young lady on a blind date, she was getting sweat, forgive me, I just started running, Florida's heat. She was cute. And we was at the park and we was having a good time, and she was like, "Hey, you're such a nice guy, I gotta tell you something." And I'm like, "Baby, you can tell me anything you want." So literally she just started diving in. She dove in so hard on the Bible that I lost track of even how cute this girl was. And it stung me, it harmonized with me, because the way she was utilizing the scriptures, giving me rational thought, knowledge, made sense. I believe that was a Friday. So that Saturday, no, forgive me, it had to be a Saturday, because that following Sunday, she invited me to go to the hall, and I did. Remember, I was telling you that my dad was Jehovah's Witness. I didn't know for certain, I speculated. So as soon as I walked in, one of the first guys I ran across, I remember him being at my house a long time ago. Don't know if I want to shout call names, so I won't. But as soon as he heard my name, he instantly was like, "I know Anthony." And I was like, "I seen you at the house, that's my dad." So he was, of course, as you know, he's business well seasoned Jehovah's Witness. So he instantly wanted to start studying with me, but the young lady had other plans for me to study with somebody else. Cool, I didn't really care, so early. I just really was trying to fill it out. I loved God. That's the only thing I could ever tell you in life. There's nothing more I asked. I always had a love for God, and I always knew I had to pay homage. I always knew that I had to, as a man trying to give back to the Creator. I know that sounds silly, but I have that deep-rooted intention in my heart. So I always respected spiritual things. Never had truth, because I never dove into my Bible. Once again, another Satan's tactic to keep you away from the Father and the Son. But going back to the point, I went there the first time, and I loved the format of it. So I was in. So we're going to fast forward a lot of years. There was a lot of minute things I never got. As you can see, I have a full beard. That is forbidden. That's going to be another video, and that's if the Lord's willing. If people watch this, I don't care if 1 or 100 people or 1 million people see it, I have to get this off my chest. The word is like fire in me. I read it and indulge it every day, but let's go back to the point. As I go to my witness hall, I'm going there, and it's just the backbiting, the tooth and nailing, the sloppiness of it. I didn't quite get it anymore. Everything was changing so rapidly. So I just started diving into my word. I just really and I didn't trust that silver Bible so much. I didn't trust it no more. It makes a lot of harmonized, but when I cross-reference it with the King James, which Google has a phenomenal King James version on there, Google Vision, I like that one. And I also ran across a nice Bible, and I wanted to make sure that harmonized with one another, because that Jehovah's Witness Bible is very thrown off, especially when it comes down to the Christ. I feel more guilty that I did not know more about the importance of the Christ than now that I start reading my Bible, and that's just literally a babe. That's what I am when I was coming to the Word. I just want to be humble, and I honestly wanted just the truth. And that is exactly what I got. When I started reading, it really indulged in me something that there's no possible way that this could be the truth. Not after what I read. I'm just going to lead you on to one or two things that kind of made me question deeper outside of the beard aspect. But when they signed up as an NGO with the United Nations, I'm seeing this paperwork, and once again, there's a lot of beautiful people on YouTube that break down the Jehovah's Witnesses so well. And I applaud them, I thank them. Do we all believe in the same thing? I can't tell you that. As I read my Bible, there's a lot of scriptures that I believe they go for everybody, but they hit people the right way. And it's because the Christ wants that particular scriptures to hit them in a particular way. So I rely stronger on one of the most important scriptures, and that is to love your neighbor. And I'm very judgmental, so I'm trying to abstain from the judgmental aspect. I just really like truth. Do I know those men I used to know? But a lot of their words help me break down what I would have died for as a Jehovah's Witness. Thinking I was doing the right thing. Oh, and by the way, the NGO thing, that's a real thing. You should look that up. Matter of fact, I'm going to go into the last 2 minutes of this because I didn't tell myself I'm going to keep it long. But it's funny, as I asked one of the elders that was implanted in that hall, by the way. And I was like, man, as I'm going back and forth, it's something that my spirit was just saying, just keep talking to that guy. Don't go to so many other elders. Just keep talking to this particular elder. He's really deep into there. He actually did even a couple of videos for the main branch of Bethel. So surprised enough he's there. Don't ask why. But as I brought up about the NGO, he told me, Anthony don't know nothing about an NGO. Who told you about an NGO? Well, you don't know what that is. And I'm just like, okay, let's just say I don't know what it is. I got Google. Google told me that y'all were part of the United Nations for several years. And I kind of stopped going to the hall for a little while, and this is just how good the Christ is. I went back to the hall. Not even I say went back. I went to when me and my dad started going back. And this same brother that I've been talking with got on the stool and was like, friends, we need to abstain from Google. And I'm just in the crowd, like, I'm looking at my dad. I'm honestly looking at the rest of the crowd. I'm like, did he just say stay away from Google? What did Google do to anybody? And then instantly started clicking with me. That's how I ran across the information I ran across. And he's deliberately trying to deceive true sheep. just one of the multitudes of disgusting things I have seen in the Kingdom Hall. Just one. I gotta tell you, I never thought I'd be making such a video. I never thought that I would be speaking bad about the Jehovah's Witnesses. But all I knew is I needed to get out. This is one of the scriptures that just gives me comfort on knowing that I'm doing the right thing, because once again, friends, you're not going to run across a lot of people you can speak to in a hall. I know that. Believe me, a couple of them ratted me out because I had questioned. I used my discernment to really see what was going on. And as Jehovah's Witness, they have built-in firewalls for that. If you're a Jehovah's Witness, you know exactly what I mean. But if you don't, once again, if the Lord is willing, I will definitely make another video, and I will go into much more details, a little more vague here, but I really just want you to do your research. I really want you to start maybe grabbing a different version of the Bible. I strongly recommend that. I honestly got way more out of the King James Version than I ever got out of the Silver Watchtower's Bible. This scripture I'm going to read to you, and then once again I'm going to sign off. It's John 15:26. And it says, "But when the Comforter is come, whom I will send unto you from the Father, even the Spirit of truth, which proceedeth from the Father, he shall testify of me. And ye also shall bear witness, because ye have been with me from the beginning." Just think about it, pray on it. I hope more people do more videos. This is not to do no more than literally just make those people that are thinking about leaving, that are thinking about going, something's not right about this, because it is, I'm not an easily fall for a person. I'm not easily fooled person. I want to believe I'm not an easily fooled person. But my friends, I was fooled. Please just think, pray. Sorry this video is so off the cuff, but I've been meditating on this video for so long, and I just said I just need to do it. Please let the Father and the Son be with you. Pray every day and get true discernment. Find your truth. This is Anthony.